Oh, goodness gracious. I bounced around all day and I forgot to do the opening because I wanted to sink in what was going on at the barn, what was important to us. I didn't, obviously, I was filled with a little frustration over the race last night for a number of reasons with knockdown dragout. But ultimately, babies make breaks once in a while. And I went over the race a lot of times, so did Andrew. It's just the way it is. I didn't see her. We put a head pole on her and a gate and strap for the first time. I didn't think she was fighting that. She was quiet going up the gate. She did everything she was supposed to do, except she did one thing she wasn't. But that happens. Those are babies. So, knockdown dragout made a break in the Doherty. She'll bounce back in the Pennsylvania Sires, her next start. We didn't have as many horses racing in stakes. Chewing gum. Racing in stakes last week. One second. That's right, I'm a gum swallower. I am. Not embarrassed about that at all. It does not sit in your gut for 12 years or whatever they say. Anyway, we didn't race that many stake races last week. We had some horses with some big turnarounds. One for sure, Frontier Cruise, to me, he only won in 159, last quarter 29, but he was a winner. He could have been third and be like, yeah, just a cheater. He should have won. Fought off that horse on the outside of him. He didn't see the other guy coming and still hung on to win. So very impressed with what I saw from him yesterday. Was it enough to save him from the sale? Time will tell. He's still got 2 more races. If he wants to build off that race, he's probably safe. We can probably race him a few more times, geld him, turn him out, and he should come back okay. Or we can race him in that class and he can get beat up and race poorly, in which case, down to Ohio. The horses in the Meadows were just kind of so-so yesterday. A little bit, I think, a combination of being a little bit sick and just kind of the Willpower Fashion situation. I mean, I can tell you, as soon as I saw him take him back, I may as well just turn the phone off. I knew exactly what would happen. Oh, he was rough in the turns. The horse won't try when you just take him off the gate. He needs to be in the action, badly. And as soon as he took him off the gate, this is a horse I was up the quarter in 28 seconds with the week before, so the idea that he can't leave is false. But not knowing the trotter, it's fair, right? You don't know the horse, and then somebody says, hey, leave with him. It's not that easy. So I feel for Jeff Gregory in that regard. Somebody brought it to my attention. I think we had 23 horses take lifetime marks. 2-year-olds take lifetime marks already. Now, I made a list of horses that don't have lifetime marks. It's a surprising list. There's 26 or 27 horses on here that will take marks at 2. I believe they will. And they're not on the list. They haven't taken a mark yet. The likes of Ailsun, Arctic Force, Beach Boutique. Well, Bottle of Red, I guess, is going to be turned out, so she's not going to take a mark this year. Brushcut, Cabernet. She's going to be back ready to go end of October, probably. She looks great. Classic Con is starting to train back. Enduring Strength, that's only a matter of time. Giddy Up Max, again. Harness AM doesn't have a lifetime mark yet. Probably take one Thursday in Philadelphia. Inland Beach, I'm on my way right now to drive Inland Beach, where she should take a lifetime mark. Jailhouse Master, Just for Me and You. These are horses that likely will take marks at 2. Knockdown Dragout, arguably our best horse, doesn't have a lifetime mark yet. McPherson Thunder, he's got a great shot tonight. Miss Brampton Beast, she's got the rail and Grand River, but she'll get there eventually. Miss Mischief Maker, she's got some racing left in her for the rest of the year. Nancy Allison, we can argue whether she's going to come unglued every week or behave. I think she's going in the right direction. I'm putting her on the list. Need Your Opinion doesn't have a mark yet. Rose Run Valiant doesn't have a mark yet. Rose Run Versatile doesn't. You see where I'm going with this. Spirit of Dio, Sunshine and Shade, Trafalgar, Willpower Fashion. If I'm right on this list, we'll have 52-year-olds or the better part of it with 2-year-old marks. Say what you want about getting the horses to the races. We broke 68 or 70 or whatever it was. We broke those horses. We trained them down. To have 23 take lifetime marks is pretty good accomplishment, and have some real good stake horses so far. But to have a list of another 27 that I'm saying should take marks at 2, that's getting upwards of 50. And it's exciting for me. I mean, I couldn't have foreseen what kind of a year we'd have. And it's just starting, right? We're not even to the middle of the stake season yet, and we've had some great success. So, it took me the better part of the day to get over the knockdown dragout saga of her making a break last night. That was hard for me to take. right? That's a big hit for me for a number of reasons. But I had to regroup for the day and look at the brighter side. I'm on my way to Kawartha. Might be late if I don't get going. I should have a decent night at Kawartha, an okay night at Georgian tomorrow. Love to see I'll play it again, bounce back with a win. We have Ohio Phillies coming up. Then the week after that's a Gold Cup and Pennsylvania, Ohio. The week after that is even more hectic. Breakfast Television is coming to do a segment. One of the biggest morning shows, I guess, in Canada, is coming to a segment at Tamiko with thestable.ca. That is the morning of White Tiger's last stake race. I have to ask them to put White Tiger in late in the card so that I can finish the TV segment, get in my car, drive 5 hours to the Meadows, race White Tiger, get in the car, drive 2 hours to go race at Scioto that night. So I'll wake up. I talked about this earlier. Potentially, if the segment was a little bit later, I was going to race in Indiana that night, the night before, take a 6 o'clock flight in the morning to Toronto, get in the car, drive to Pennsylvania, get in the car and drive to Ohio. So 3 states, 2 countries, a plane and a car that day. This is a little bit easier with no plane, but still 2 countries, a car, and 2 states and a province. So that's what the 21st of August looks like. Anyway, the scariest thing to me, I looked the other day, there's already 2 sale catalogs up and a 3rd one on the way this week. Sales season is coming. Stake season is in full swing. Like for the Gold Cup, we bought the horse for the Gold Cup. I want to go drive Willpower and Fashion in those horses in the afternoon. I checked. There's a 4:11 flight p.m. leaving from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It gets to Prince Edward Island at 10:59 at night. Now, if everything goes right, I could do it because they don't race till 12 o'clock. They race at midnight. Will there be delays? Will there be cancellations? I don't know. But it's a possibility that's exactly what will take place. That's the dedication that I have. You only get out what you put in this game. And if you're not going to go right to the well, you're not going to go, you're not going to train for all the championship rounds, then don't complain when you get beat up. And this industry will be happy to spit you out the other end. I've been in it long enough to know that. I'm very fortunate to have a lot of clients that believe in what we're doing, put a lot of money into what we said we could create, which we did create. Racing against the best outfits, best trainers, best drivers, and best horses in the world, and holding our own this year. I said to somebody last night, they said, what is the stable right now in North America? I said, on a good day, we're the fly in the ointment anywhere. On a bad day, we're stuck in the way. So we're having a pretty good run. I want to focus on the good points of it. Sometimes I say this all the time, the great, the wise words an old horseman told me once is that you got to know when the race is over. It's easier said than done sometimes. That the race from last night didn't end until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm fine now. I'm over it. We're going to move on. We got a lot of big things coming up this week. The Ohio Phillies are going on Thursday. We have Spirit of Dio racing in the Pure Ivory. We have the Battle of the Bells on Monday. We have Grassroots for our trotters on Wednesday. A lot coming up, a lot going on. 23 2-year-olds with lifetime marks. And I'm telling you, we're going to surpass 40 this year. 40 of our 2-year-olds that we broke in 2018 are going to have 2-year-old marks by the end of 2019. That is my promise to you. Anyway, lots going on, lots to talk about. We have all the stables. I didn't do a top 10 list this week because we didn't have a ton to race this week. It wasn't going to move. None of the needles were going to move. So why bother? I'll give Knockdown Drag Out a pass, much like my insurance company did 2 years ago when I got in an accident. First one's free. So we'll focus on next time, not last night. The race is now over, and I'm on to Kawartha Downs and Georgian this weekend. I'm leaving. I got off the plane and come over here and got something to eat by the airport. It's an hour and 20-minute drive. I have an hour and 18 minutes to go sign in for race 5. I will talk to you guys soon. Still lots to do and lots to come. Take care.